Hi there, y'all. This is Sheila Kennedy, and we are here for the next interview for Meet the Author Showcase. And I am so excited today because I have a very special guest. Her name is Kat Williford, and she has written this beautiful book called The Ovarian Chronicles. And I'd love to thank you for being here and to welcome you, Kat.
Thank you, Sheila. I'm totally excited to be here. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, you've done all the hard work. You've written this book and you have birthed this into, I know, right? It's a lot harder than people think it is, isn't it? And this is something that has taken you a little bit to actually do, right?
Yes.
Tell us about the book. First of all, show us the book. Let's see.
I happen to have one right here.
How beautiful. I love it. And I
So on
love,
this slide.
yes, I love it. And tell us a little bit about what we uh, need to know about this book. Tell us what this is all about in just a glimpse.
So here's what you need to know about this book. You need to get it and read it. Number one, shameless self-promotion. Um, but really, this is a story. My subtitle is really important. It's expectations, heartache, resilience. And I believe you can't get to, I couldn't get to the age of 25 without having some expectations crashed in my life, going through the heartache of that, and finding that new resilience. And each time I've gone through like an expectation that I had in life or that I was trying to meet from somebody else, um, I had a little bit of a heartache crash because let's face it, expectations are set ups big time.
For sure.
And yeah, because they're based on probably monkey mind stuff, right? Not even authentic desire.
No.
And so that heartache. And so I truly believe, like, I've been a coach for 27 years, and I can't tell you how many stories I've heard from women. And that's one of the most meaningful things for me is how this story has resonated. My stories have resonated with so many people, whether they went through the same thing I did with a cancer scare and ovarian issues. We've all faced heartache in our life. A relationship goes bust, our business goes bust, something we expected to happen doesn't.
Mhm.
Where does that leave us? Digging in to our well of resilience to continue to grow and heal. And so I want this to be something that somebody can rely on, like, okay, she did it, I can do it too.
Mhm. Absolutely. Well, and it does do that. And I will say, shameless plug for you in that, um, I learned when I was reading the book that it was okay to pursue what I felt in my body was the right thing. And when you have doctors that are continually saying, well, there's really nothing wrong, we can't figure it out, we can't, or we're going to try this, we're just going to put you on this mindless medication or whatever it is, and knowing that that's not right for your body, and actually advocating and knowing that it's okay to do that I had permission to honor my body wisdom, if you will, right? And I know that's why you wrote this book. I know that is one of the core pieces or the core themes in this book is that don't ignore that wisdom that comes through because
That's
it
right.
it will lead you to the right place.
It will lead you to the right place. Yes. I mean, the book starts with the beginning of this story. My feet are up in the stirrups, and I'm hearing words no woman wants to hear from a gynecologist. And I'm a surgeon's daughter. I grew up steeped in the miracles of Western medicine. And so it was I kept thinking, am I disavowing my father somehow by knowing I had to get clear here. I had to really listen to my body and what it needed on the journey, and it needed to heal. It did not want surgery. Now I am a surgeon's daughter, so I scheduled the surgery. But I didn't have to have it because I so listened to myself. And that's another piece I want people to walk away with, in particular women, that we do not need to give our authority to someone in a white coat. And like, I have an amazing doctor. So she wasn't trying to like, scare me to death. Um, but I knew I had to listen here and what was going on here. And I'm so touched that you shared your story here of really, okay, wait a minute. I can be my own advocate. I can actually be an expert on my body.
Yeah. And I mean, I even, got up and moved to a different state because of it. So like, I mean, I really did take it to heart, Kat. And I appreciate your authenticity and your, you know, vulnerability and your willingness to share what you've been through so that there was that courage that I had, simultaneously or vicariously maybe, that said, it's okay. It's okay. And whatever it is, you have to be able to live with the decision that you've made in
That's right.
order, because then you take responsibility. And I know that that is another one of the themes that is really important because not every situation worked out the way that you wanted it to. And I think that's as powerful a story as the body wisdom piece is not postponing what you want and
Yeah,
forgetting what your dreams are and succumbing to the pressure to support somebody else. So
absolutely. That's the other theme here. Like, it's take responsibility for your body because nobody else really can. And if you're an adult, you know, um, and the other piece is taking responsibility for our dreams,
mhm,
for what we truly want. And I let my love of someone else become greater than my love for myself, and I let my support of their dreams get bigger than the support of my own dream. And I can't tell you, I've heard from so many women who have read the book are like, oh man, did I live that story? I've got the t-shirt and everything.
how
And it was
sad.
it
I
was
know.
a terrifying ride at the end to actually leave in order to honor what I knew I needed to do. And I mean, to me, this is really just so much about our authenticity. Are we truly listening to our body, to our heart, to our wisdom, to our yearning, to
Mhm.
the part of us that says, and I talk a lot about the masks that arise for women in particular, like the fairy tale fine. Okay, I'm just going to go along. It's all fine. It's all fine. I'm going to get what I want, which then turns into suck it up, buttercup. And all of a sudden I'm just sucking it up. Give, 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 give. It'll be my turn one day. It'll be my turn. I'm going to help them get what they want. Then they'll help me get what I want. Oh, no, no, no. If that's where you find yourself,
Mhm. You
grab my
need to
book.
read the book. All right, so you've talked about some reviews or some feedback that you've gotten from your fans and your audience, and so I know that they're starting to pour in. And so, is there one particular review that has really meant something to you that you can share with us today?
Yeah, there's actually a couple that just like so touched my heart I could hardly stand it. And I had it pulled up here, and now let me oh, oh, well, okay, so I did have it pulled up, and then I went on Zoom,
I know, and it just took it all away.
it all the way. So I am reopening that
That's
particular
all
window
good.
so we can go there. Yes. Okay, here we go. I love that when I go on Amazon, it almost immediately takes me to my book page because I've checked out stuff so
Checked
much.
it so many times. That's awesome.
All right, so this one is from her name on Amazon is Avid Reader, and she gave me
Okay,
5 stars.
nice.
And the title is An Inspiring, Riveting Journey from Start to Finish. I loved the Ovarian Chronicles. It's a page turner filled with honesty, wisdom, and deep soul searching. I couldn't put it down. What an inspiring, riveting journey from start to finish. I bought my copy directly from the publisher, but I'm purchasing 2 more on Amazon to send a friend. I read a ton and love memoirs, but I've grown tired of the woe is me tale. Kat's approach is honest, uplifting, hopeful, filled with unabashed emotion and lessons learned along the way. One of my favorite memoirs in the past 5 years.
Nice.
I
That's
like,
beautiful testimony. That's awesome. And
and so many others talk about how relatable, even if they didn't go through the exact same thing, they had similar enough experiences. And I just believe that's true when we tell our stories, the heart of our stories, the depth of the sadness and the high of the joys,
Mhm.
people can relate. We've all had those crushing moments. We've all had loss. We've all had to grieve something.
Mhm.
And this gets to the heart of, I think, what then helps us become resilient. And that is, I leave on a hopeful note. Yes, I took some hard knocks and hits, and I don't know anyone who hasn't. But what do we do with them to find our resilience, to come out even stronger, to find a new purpose and so this could even be about a transition. I work with a lot of women who are always, they're empty nesters now. And they're like, oh, look at all the time I have for myself. What the heck am I gonna do now? But it's finding our way forward with passion and purpose.
Yeah, I love that. So, Kat, if you could tell the readers one more thing about the book that you would want them to know, what would it be?
Mm. I think what I would say here is I would want them to know they're going to take a ride and they're going to take a journey, and they might cry a little,
Mhm.
they'll laugh a lot, and they might cry some more, and they will definitely recognize themselves in the story,
Okay.
because I am every woman and every woman is me.
Well, all right. I love that. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what would be your favorite way to spend time when you're not writing rock star memoirs.
Well, as you know, I am blessed enough that I live on the beach in Southern California. And one of my favorite things to do is just take a walk on the sand and listen to the ocean. I call her my Auntie Pacifica.
I
Uh,
love it.
and honestly, when I lived in the Midwest, I just had to be outside. I
Mhm.
love to be outside. I love to be in the fresh air, nature, anything, just to mix it up. We're all, especially now, we're just like, we've all got devices all over the
Mhm.
place. Like, just unplug, go out, be in the natural world, and you will be inspired. You will be released. I mean, a lot of times that's my therapy out there. I'll go and sob or because nobody can hear me screaming when the ocean is loud. I'm like,
Right. Exactly.
but it's one of my favorite things to do is just to be outside in nature.
Yeah. Well, and
Well, here's my second fast one: leading ceremony and ritual for women. I love leading ceremony and ritual.
I know you're good at it. So I will certainly, encourage everybody to go and participate if you can, whether that's virtual or in person. But Kat is an amazing facilitator, and I know she's got some really, really cool opportunities that are coming up in the future. So make sure that you stay put. And having said that, Kat, what is your favorite way for people to connect with you? How should they get in touch with you if they want to?
Great. You can find me all over Facebook, Kat Williford. You can email me directly.
Okay.
It's easy, kat@katwilliford.com. you know?
And yeah, and the website is katwilliford.com, correct? All right.
Yes.
So you can find out all kinds of great things about all of the events or programs or anything else that's coming up. Kat has some really interesting things that will be happening in the future. So make sure that you stop by and find out what's happening. And
And
Kat,
here's what I would love.
yeah.
Reach out, like, if you're reading the book, or I'll say when you read the book, please
Mhm.
reach out, share your story that related or that came up for you that felt, ah, a release or a, oh yes, oh, I feel known. I want to hear that. I love connecting with people. In fact, I just did my show earlier today, my Your Heroine's Journey show, and I talked all about connection
Mm,
and how that really has been the secret to my success throughout my life, building relationships and connecting with people. I love connecting with people. So I invite you to connect with me. Absolutely.
I love that. And your live show, the recordings can be found where, Kat?
The Authenticity Advantage Facebook page.
Okay, perfect. So y'all go visit there and be a part of that because it's a phenomenal group. And Kat is, she's definitely true to her word. She is all about connection. So Kat, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate all that you've shared. This book is beautiful. It's wonderful. I can't promote it enough. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the words that you put down on the page because they certainly impacted my life.
Thank you so much. And I'm so tickled you shared your story. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, y'all have a great time or great day. Thank you for being here with us for this episode of Meet the Author. And you can find us on YouTube and plenty of other authors as well. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.